When I first went to see Sandra, I was suffering from really acute back pain after having lots of spinal surgery, and I'd come to the conclusion that I was just going to be suffering from back pain long term, and there wasn't much that I could really do about it. So I went to Sandra initially to have some physio, and we did several sessions of physio, but it helped, but it still didn't seem to resolve the acute pains that I was suffering from. So Sandra suggested using a different technique called BWRT. I was a bit hesitant because I hadn't heard of the technique before and I wasn't quite sure exactly what it involved. But I trusted Sandra, and she seemed to think that this could really help the problems that I was having, because she felt that a lot of pain doesn't just come from the physical side of what's going on, but also can have an effect from past trauma and emotional problems of, way back in the past. So I kept an open mind because I did trust Sandra and had confidence in her. And it wasn't like any technique that I've ever experienced before, so I just went with it and kept an open mind. And we went back through almost as far as sort of childhood trauma, and we used this technique. I'm still not quite sure how it worked, but it did help to reduce the physical pain that I was in and help my emotional well-being as well. So I've come to realise now, when I do suffer from pains, physical pains, I tend to look for an emotional trigger, to see whether there's something that can be triggering the pain that I'm suffering from, as well as just the physical symptoms. Would I recommend this technique to anybody else? Yes, I definitely would. And the advice that I would give them would be to just keep a completely open mind, just follow what Sandra advises you, and it's very subtle changes to start with. You don't see huge differences at first, but gradually you start to be aware that there are shifts, and I wouldn't hesitate. I'd just say to anybody, just sort of try it out for yourself and see what the outcome is. I've recommended it to my daughter. She was suffering from quite a debilitating bird phobia, and she was quite sceptical at first because she'd not heard of it, and she really, she just went with it, and again, it was very subtle, but she's now able to walk amongst birds without the fear and the problems that she had before, and it's really helped. So I'd just like to conclude by saying thank you to Sandra for introducing me to BWRT, and if you're thinking about it, don't hesitate, just go for it and see how it can help you.